Hello, today we are going to see what is Python numbers. So Python numbers is a numeric data type in Python. It is a numeric or numbers type of a data type in Python. We have various other type of data type like strings, list, dictionary, tuple and so on. So in this tutorial we are mainly focused on numbers type. Okay. So Python numbers are mainly of three types in Python. Okay. So Python numbers are mainly of three types. So first one is float. First one is int. Second float. And third is complex. Okay. So what is int type? Int, or you can call it as a integer. Okay, it is a whole number. Positive or negative. Okay, it can be positive or negative, but it does not have any decimal. Without a decimal, and it can have unlimited length. Okay, so integer is a whole number. It can be positive or negative, but it does not contain any decimal in it. Okay, so let's see an example. Suppose we are declaring a variable x and assigning a value to it 1. So 1 is a whole number not having any decimal, and if you want to see an example of unlimited length, so suppose think y is a variable and we are assigning it a value. It can be in any length. Okay, as you required, you can give the numbers to it. So if you want to see a type of x with the type function, you can see the data type of its variable. So our variable is x and the type is a function. So we are providing x inside a type function and it will give us a data type. So as you are saying, it will give us an output of int. Int means integer. So as you see, it is a whole number, positive or negative. It does not have to contain any decimal, and it can have any amount of length. Okay, so suppose integer can also be a negative number. So you want to see this type z, you get to know that it is a int type. Next we will see a what is float, second numeric type of data types. So float or it can be called as floating point number. Okay, it is also positive or negative, but it contains a decimal in it. Okay, so let's see the example of a float. Suppose we are assigning a variable of value 1.10. So if we will see a type of it, a, as you are saying, its data type is float. Okay, because it contains a decimal in it. If we remove this decimal, it is a whole number, which is a integer type. As you will run this cell, you get the integer data type because this has converted into int. As we put the decimal here, it is now a float type. Okay, so float is a positive or negative number but contains a decimal in it. Okay, and one more important thing, that float can also be a scientific number with con- e with e to indicate the power of 10 of 10. Let's see an example. Suppose we are taking variable b and assigning a 2, and we are taking e. Okay, so basically e indicates the power. So 2 raised to 2 means 2 is to 2. Okay, so if you print this b, so it is giving us 200. So as I had told that e indicate the power of 10, so e is 10. So 10 into 2 is equal to 20. 2 raised to 20 is equal to 200. As we can see its type, and its type is a float. Okay, so we also can have a e, which is a indicating to the power of 10 to us. Okay, and last type is complex. So complex number are written with imaginary part, with a imaginary part j. Okay, so x is equal to 3 plus 5 j. J is an imaginary part. Okay, so if you want to see its data type, you can simply type a function of type and put inside a value, a variable x. So you will see that its type is complex. Okay, so in next video we will going to see what is a string type of data type. So in this lecture we have understood what is a three types of data types: int, float, and complex type. And this is a numeric type, so feel free to practice it